Question 11. So I think you can sort of see from the pattern we're going from a shade to two squares shaded to a shade, two squares shaded, two squares shaded, and so on. So our next one is just going to have another lot of two squares and a shade on the end, so looking like this. How many grey rectangles are there in the pattern number 8? Well, I think for so few, we'll just let's just try and spot the pattern. So in the first one, in the first pattern, we can see there are two grey shades, shaded ones. In the second pattern, we can see we've got 1, 2, 3 grey rectangles. In the fourth one, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, in the third one, in the third pattern, we've got 4 shaded rectangles. So we've just got to spot the pattern, and we can see that the number of shaded rectangles is one more than which pattern number we're looking at. So the eighth pattern will have 9 shaded rectangles. Now Sue says there is a pattern in the sequence with exactly 50 white squares. So is this right? So let's see how many white squares we've got. First we've got 2, then 4, then 6, then 8. So we can see that we're getting, it's just a sequence of even numbers. So will we ever get exactly 50? Yes, we will, because the number of white squares is always even, and 50 is even. Now a pattern in the sequence has exactly 20 grey squares. How many white squares does the pattern have? So we're trying to spot a pattern between the number of grey squares and the number of white squares. So let's have a look. For this first pattern, we've got 2 grey and 2 white. For the second pattern, we've got 3 grey rectangles and 4 white squares. For this third one, we've got 4 grey rectangles and 6 white squares. So what's the relationship between grey and white? Now this isn't too easy to see really, but actually what's happening is if you double the first number, double the grey and take away 2, you get the number of whites. Because 2 2s are 4, take away 2 is 2. Double 3, we get 6, take away 2, we get 4. Double 4, we get 8, take away 2, we get 6. So if it has exactly 20 grey rectangles, we double the 20, which is 40, and then take away 2 to give us 38. Don't think that bit's too easy really.